Hello, beautiful viewers. Dom Saw throughout the cosmos. Prepare to indulge in experiencing sheer bliss, because today another riveting, cat-fitting, stellar video is about to be brought to fruition. What items will I be unboxing? What items will I be opening? Without further delay, without further procrastination, allow me to elicit the packaging. Now, this video is the second part of my unboxing video of a massive Lord of the Rings action figure lot that I began unboxing in the previous video. I unboxed half of the action figures. I'm going to unbox the second half. These figurines are engulfed in bubble wrap. I'm going to flaunt them in front of the camera and render them transparent to you. Feast your eyes on glory, because these action figures are a paradigm of resounding perfection. Bear with me one brief moment. My pop filter just became severed. I need to remedy the calamity immediately. Alrighty. Adhesive of my pop filter has loosened. It has lost its integrity. It's quite a shame. Nonetheless, I digress. So, I purchased these items via eBay from a Chinese seller. As expected, they've arrived as advertised. I recollect paying about $45 per figure. I love these figurines. I'm an avid, devout Lord of the Rings fan. I revel in displaying Lord of the Rings action figures. I would love to spawn stop motion videos about these action figures if time permits. The seller consolidated a myriad of figurines into a small box. They're arduous to remove from their plastic wrapping. Alrighty. We have the Lady of Lothlorien. This may be her celestial form. I believe this is Lady Galadriel. You can harness her divine capabilities in Lord of the Rings: The Battle for Middle-earth 2. She can thwart evil and decimate anyone within her proximity. Be wary when you're within this elf's vicinity. She would trounce anyone that opposes her. I love Lady Galadriel. Next we have a Minas Terrace Guard. We have a Minas Tirith Guard. He has ample points of articulation. He cannot perform an ankle pivot. It's quite a shame. He lacks finger joint articulation. He's missing his innate default helmet that he originally came bundled with. His face is practically unscathed. I love the Minas Tirith guards. They can ward evil. We have an Urka. We have an Urukai. Or an Urka Berserker. A Berserker. I'm not sure what his moniker is. I would presume that he's considered a Berserker. He's imbued with rage. He slaughters anyone within his path. He's a tyrant. He's a sadistic, malicious warrior. He'll bludgeon anyone to death. Be wary when you're within a berserker's vicinity. If he unleashes his wrath upon you, then your life could be in peril. He's a very deadly warrior. His helmet can be removed at your discretion. I prefer to abstain from removing it. Next we have the mouth of Sauron. I love his cape. I love his skirt. I love his helmet. Two of the spikes are comprised of rubber. His articulation in the toes. He can bend them up and down. He's lacking his default sword. He also comes with a steed if you purchase him new. I procured him used, so the seller was not offering the steed with a lot. Which caused me to forgo the opportunity to procure his horse. We have an Elven Guard. In conjunction with the Elven Guard, we have Gollum. Invisible to nearly everyone, with the caveat of Sauron. He's cloaked. The Elven Guard can wield a helmet, a quiver, a shield, and a blade if you have one. This action figure is just extraordinary. I love his details. He was eminently designed. Is he Toy Biz's magnum opus? Perhaps. That is subjective. He's not my favorite Toy Biz action figure, but he's certainly one of Toy Biz's better action figures, in contrast to the rest of the prodigious collection of action figures they churned out over the years. I believe we have the Steward of Gondor. In conjunction with an Isengard Orc. These figurines are not bad. Integrity of these figurines has not been compromised. Their joints do not appear to be loose. They can be utilized to be displayed on the shelf in conjunction with being able to flaunt them. On your shelf, you can also leverage them to spawn stop motion videos if you have the appropriate equipment. So that's the second half of the Lord of the Rings action figure lot. If you witnessed my previous video, then you will know that some of the other action figures that I extracted from the packaging includes the Isengard or Captain, Smeagol, Frodo, as well as another cloaked Gollum. I have 2 cloaked Gollums now. I guess one of them is deemed expendable. It can be utilized as fodder, or I could trade it. I prefer to retain them both, but I would be willing to part with one for another action figure that I prefer to possess over possessing a duplicate figurine. So overall, I'm gratified with this purchase and decision. I'm content with a lot. I recollect paying under $60 to acquire all these figurines. I was able to procure an exorbitant amount of action figures for under $60. These action figures have quality shadings, quality textures, quality aesthetics, quality hues, and are not shoddy in any facet. So these action figures are able to eminently appease me. I'll flaunt them on my shelf, and hopefully I'll be able to retain them for the rest of my finite life. I hope that you found this unboxing video to be enthralling, insightful, and stupendous. I recommend, advocate, and endorse purchasing Toy Biz Lord of the Rings action figures if you have the disposable income, and if you are a devout avid fan of the Lord of the Rings. So hope that you found this video to be intriguing. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.